That night was the first in Celeste's life she had ever gone against her sworn code of etiquette and was rude. She simply could not take the merrymaking and ferried her way to her room. A second time, she broke her code and cried herself to sleep while her family rejoiced below the floor. That night, Ginny and her sons settled themselves in Dogwood House's spare room, an honor Celeste thought too good for the likes of them. For that night, the Clarks had made an enemy of Celeste. "You boys look ridiculous. What on earth are you wearing? Don't you know you're on a farm? Do you pampered cusses even know what a farm has? Spiders with 10-inch fangs? Biting poison snakes? Dung. You'll be lucky to survive a day in clothes like that." Apparently Celeste's warning, which was only a little far-fetched, had sent Laurent and Frederick into hysterics overnight. They had to sleep with lit candles like babies too.
Keep lookout for those fang spiders, Mummy.
Normally, a yarn like that would get Celeste sent to bed with only bread and butter for supper. But the next morning, she seemed to have escaped without incident. That is, until she was summoned by Aunt Ginny to walk to the village, whereupon her aunt talked and shopped with delight. To Celeste's horror, she bought the boys work boots and heavy trousers, then laughed and said,
"You're a fire of a girl, Cece. You surely showed those boys who's who. I like that."
"Just like your mother, darling girl." But Celeste only said, "I'm no Cece." And Orion seemed united with Celeste in punishing Auntie's impertinence on Laurent and Frederick. But that woman still had an awful lot of things to say. She commented on the darling Henford Square, the shop windows, as if out of a postcard, and the jaunty board of doings and goings. Celeste thought she had a real queer way of speaking. She supposed it was all that book writing she did, though Celeste hadn't read a single one of her novels. They were frivolous things, she thought. Soppy with tragic endings. Just like her aunt, frivolous and soppy. Though Aunt Ginny made her Omi and Gopo so happy, and though she was her twin, Ginny was nothing like her dear mother. Celeste just knew it, and hoped everyone else would know it too. It's exactly as Robin described in his letters. This wonderful, whitewashed house. I can see sprites dancing on the leaves of the crops. And oh, what is beauty compared to dappled light on the queen amethyst that is crocus. The warm buzz of bees as they furnish their homes in golden succor. The sweet calls of mother birds as they coo to their young. The fragrant sighs of green hills. Now I am content. All ridiculous things that woman wrote and rewrote. She read those lines off at any chance she could. Lines Celeste never stayed to hear. Unlike Turncoat Orion, she had better things to do, like teach those useless boys how to be useful. She'd hoped her Aunt Ginny would be as useless as her progeny. That way Uncle Robin would send her to stay somewhere else, instead of taking up so much space. But she cooked and cleaned and gave great help to Auntie Anna, who was in a delicate state. Everyone seemed so set on liking her and sharing and laughing, and welcoming her and her brood to Dogwood House, all because what? War? War? Declared by who? Hungry Australians and Servia, England and Germania. What was that supposed to mean for Celeste? And if her Uncle Malcolm was so worried he sent his own family away, why wasn't her mother?